I am all for and totally in agreement with the fact that that TV's too loud. Hold up. I am totally um, in agreement with the group that believes that men, whether they be dressed up as women or whether they be cut, um, if they're not biological women, they have a right to have their own space and leave women's spaces alone. Let women have their space. I'm totally in agreement with women having their own space and not having to share that with anybody, even if people are able to dress up as women and look pretty like women and all like that and get plastic surgery, transition surgery, whatever. Okay, I agree with you. You know, biological women are biological women, and they shouldn't be. Um, their space shouldn't be invaded. But if that is wrong, if it's wrong for a man to flash himself in front of women, now I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't care what one does wrong, the other one doesn't get to make it right by being equally wrong. But if men are wrong for invading women's spaces by flashing themselves, why isn't it wrong for women to flash themselves? Now, we had a case when this when this thing first came out, when this whole transgender thing first came out, we had a case where a woman, a young girl, now it could have been her age group, but she was transitioning as, you know, a transgender man, and she exposed herself in the boys' bathroom, and they immediately, not the boys, the school, immediately snatched her out of there and made her go and um, into a woman's bathroom, even though she was transitioning as a man. Um, it could have been her age group. It could have been it could have been that particular school wasn't into this transition thing. I don't know, but all I know is that, you know, it's first of all, it's men that are wanting to flash. But when women flash, like this lady here, now she's around my age or older, and she wants attention for how well she's taking care of herself. And I mean, yeah, a lot of young guys will date her because of her looks, because of you know, the hair and the trim. Okay. Um, but she's being flashy. Is she not being flashy? Why is it my business that she's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get to choose what YouTube sends me. You know what I mean? I don't need to see, you know, um, women flashing. I don't need to see women getting dressed up, okay, looking like sugar babies. I don't need to see that garbage. But I see it every day. And while this is going on, you got men flashing, dressing up like women, To me, it's a double standard. Women are a double standard because you say, well, don't invade our space, but you know that it wouldn't be any fun if you were to flash yourself and there was no men around. I gotta ask you. I gotta ask you something. I want you to think about it real deep. If there were no men around, would women still wear bikinis? Here's a better one for you. If there were no men around, would women wear bikinis just to go to the beach and not get in the water? Okay. If there were no men around, would women do TikTok? Would they dance and do these dances in tights and booty shorts and so forth like that? Would they do this kind of stuff if there were no men around? Would they do it just for the women? Would you show off your bikini just for the women if there were no men around? Now, a lot of y'all would say, sure, yeah. Well, we ain't never shown it for the men anyway. Well, to me, that's kind of gay. But really, though, seriously, think about it and be honest. If there were no men around, it was just you women on the island by yourselves, would you bother wearing a bikini for your fellow women, to show off to your fellow women? Would you wear this outfit right here to the beach if there were no men around? Would you do these other videos that I watched earlier today where these women are dressing up and they're wearing these skirts all the way up to their butt cheeks? In fact, their butt cheeks are showing, okay, and their underwear is showing, okay? Would you do these TikTok videos where men are going into the gym and slapping women on the rear end, and women are helping women lift weights by grabbing their chests and stuff like that? Would you show that stuff if there were no men watching? And some of y'all, I believe some of y'all would be butt naked if there were no men around, because you feel that you're wearing clothes because of respect for the opposite sex. But I believe the majority of y'all, though, the majority of y'all are only wearing even your colors as well as showing your cleavage. This lovely little expensive bikini outfit this woman's wearing, they call her the queen, the black queen. Okay, let me tell you something, sweetheart. You ain't a queen if there ain't no king. And it's usually feminists that do this stuff. They want to flash. You know what I mean? A lot, it's like the more feminist women become, the more thirsty they get. It's like the more feminist women become, the more thirsty they get. And again, my motto is, would you do this stuff? Would there be so much bikini wearing, booty short wearing, butt cheeks showing, breast showing, all this stuff? Would any of this stuff be going on if there was no men watching? Okay? And most of y'all that do this stuff don't have a man. Because if you had a man, he would break up for you if he knew you was doing this, first of all. You don't get to do this and have a man. Like, he's going to ask you, like, why are you doing that? Why are you showing that? I'm the man. I'm the one sleeping with you. Why are you wearing that? Why are you, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of women today think that they can pleasure other men visually while they pleasure their boyfriend physically. Um, it's it's both sides of sexual immorality. Pleasuring your boyfriend physically because he's not your husband, that's sin. And then flashing yourself internet wise, okay, is also another immorality, another form of sexual immorality. They're both sin. Okay? You're not off the hook because you are doing sexual favors for your boyfriend while you do this stuff right here like this lady's doing. Okay? You shouldn't be sleeping with your boyfriend either. Okay? That's why I don't believe in girlfriends and boyfriends. I believe in lady friends and male friends. Okay? But would you, one more time, would you care about flashing the whole bikini thing? You ain't even getting in the water. You just want to flash that bikini. You just want to flash that outfit that's got your butt cheeks showing. Flash that outfit that's got your butt showing. Would you do that stuff if you believed that no men were watching, only women were watching? Would you do it? And I know men, plenty of men, that sit there all day long and watch TikTok. Married men that sit there all day long and watch TikTok and watch YouTube shorts like this where women are just constantly flashing. And what do? I've had women, this woman sent me a friend request on Facebook. And when she sent me the friend request, you know, then she sent me an invitation to her private photos. And I refused to respond, so she sent me a private photo. Okay? And then the next thing you know, the next day, there were all these men on YouTube Messenger, or I'm sorry, Facebook Messenger. There were all these men commenting, you know, about her naked body and her body in the bikini. And it was all geared to men. So I'm going to leave you with that. Would you be so into your body and your bodily confidence? If, you know, would you be the queen if there was no men around? If there were no men available to look at your content, would you be dressing like this and acting like this and making these little sexy, you know, videos? Would you? Would you bother? And I can understand if you're a lesbian, it's all the same to you, but what if you're not? You want to do this for your sisters? You want to do this for your girlfriends? You gonna flash? Come on. Talk to you later.